In today's video, we're going to discuss an earnings play for tomorrow for y'all, all right? Now, we're also going to look at the overall markets because the sell-off is still going on. It looks like the bears are ramping up and the market is going lower and lower. So I want to get y'all prepared for tomorrow. All right, y'all. Let's dive into the charts right off the bat. We got the NASDAQ, and what I told y'all in the last video came to pass. Quite on time too. Very on time. As you can see, we're gonna zoom out on the 1 hour. That way we can see more candles. And the NASDAQ is officially at 18,500. It's right at this previous level of support. And I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, is this where we see a bounce, or are we actually going to go lower? I'm leaning a lot more towards the latter. I think we're gonna drop some more. When I look at the daily chart, it looks like, again, it looks like the move just started. I wouldn't be surprised for us to open up even lower than this, and for us to drop all the way down to 18,200, but just to close out the week. I think it's gonna be a mess tomorrow. I'm not bullish at all. Let's check out the VIX and see where that's at, because I told you guys that we could get to 16. And today, despite the fact that the markets went lower, the VIX didn't really do too much. It's still kind of, it gave us a hammer, but the trend for the VIX is still bullish. Therefore, the sell-off for the market is still in play. And I do think that we're going to get to 16. So we might see that tomorrow. There's only one more day left in the week. And just ending the month, actually. One more business day. All right. So I think it's going to happen. I definitely think it's going to happen. Now, let's check out how the Dow Jones is doing. That one is still going lower. The gap on the left it pretty much skipped over. It's dropped even lower now. All right. And we might see the same thing again happen tomorrow. The next level that I'm looking at for the Dow, I'm gonna erase everything and I'm gonna draw this band right here. And let's see how it behaves. When the NASDAQ gets to 18,200, I would expect the Dow Jones to retest this low again. This was quite a rapid drop. Very, very fast. All right, so we'll see. As the day goes on, again, if you subscribe to the channel, you don't want to miss out on the future videos, because I do update y'all on these indices as we go. Now, the stock that y'all should be keeping in your watch list, the earnings play for tomorrow, which I think could be quite lucrative. That one is Dell. And I want to share Dell with y'all because, number one, it looks like that. I love stocks that looks like this. My absolute favorite, all right? I wish it was much higher than this, but this will do. This will do. We're gonna go on the 5 minute, and this is what it's looking like right now. It had earnings. And this is a competitor to like Intel, all right, and also I believe AMD. But the stocks in that same sector move in the same direction. I put out a warning that if they don't put out any spectacular numbers, then these are going to fall. And evidently enough, I don't remember what I haven't even looked at what the what they put out. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, I see here the beats on the EPS, and they also beat on sales, but it wasn't that spectacular, and the markets decided to give a negative reaction. I want y'all to set an alert right at 135 right here and wait for it to ring in the morning. And the reason why I say this could be a really good opportunity to the downside is because when we go onto the trade tab and we look at the actual contracts, like this is the 142 strike. The contracts, look at the IV on the right. The IV is at 343%. So those contracts were super inflated. And in order for these ones to be up by like, let's say 20x or 30x gains, this stock should have dropped to like 110. But unfortunately, I mean, it is a big drop, but it's just not big enough for us to see 20 to 30x gains on these little contracts. They'll be up by, like this one right here, for example. They cost $125. At least that's what they costed before the market closed. At the open, they're going to be $2 in the money. So they're probably going to be up only by like an extra 170 bucks. Like 130% gain, maybe 140% gain. Right? And a lot of these out of the money contracts are going to get even cheaper because that IV is going to drop. Especially if the stock takes a sweet time in the morning and plays some games right here first before dropping after like the first 30 minutes to an hour. So I would like to see that happen. I want to see the stock actually just drag its feet first, just to really annihilate the value out of the money contracts, like the 130 puts, for example. That way they get really, really, really cheap. And plus it's expiration day anyway, so they're gonna get cheap. So just watch out for that move. Watch for a drop all the way down to 130. I am bearish on this one. And if you don't like this one, then you can look at the other semi stock, like Marvel, for example. All right, we're gonna look at Marvel because Marvel also announced earnings, and that one, this company announced, I think I thought it was a year-to-year or a quarter-to-quarter net profit decline. I think that's what I saw in their news. The revenue falls. Yeah, the revenue falls. So this one also, it has room to fall down to 68 bucks, which is the previous level of support. And again, I shared this one with y'all. I told you guys the top would be where the alert is. I was about 50 cents off. All right, it got to the top. It definitely did. And y'all should have made money on that because I shared this stock with y'all over here on this day, on the 23rd. So you had all this room to make all this money. Hopefully you got out and you didn't get greedy hoping for more. This is the part where we fall backwards and we go back down to support. And I think $70 wouldn't be too far-fetched. And this is an IV crush, by the way. It's not like Dell, where we're gonna see those contracts be up by 100%. This, both sides are going to get crushed because the stock didn't dump all the way down to 60 bucks. All right, so the contracts are already cheap, but they're gonna get even cheaper tomorrow. And a $3 move on this stock, which is under 100 bucks, that could be quite lucrative on the put options. So watch this one for a fall down to 70. All right, now we got time. All right, now let's do an update. Yesterday I gave you guys GLD, and hopefully y'all didn't take it. And I say that because the stock itself, well, the commodity, this is gold, all right? The commodity itself, like the money was supposed to be made on the futures. Like if I go to /GC, futures trader made quite a bit on this setup because the move that I wanted to see in the morning happened during the night, right? So an entry right there with the futures contract with an exit either here or here, right there at midnight for that gain. Unfortunately, after that midnight movement, it opened up back above that price where I told y'all it shouldn't go to. Let's see, GLD. All right, I told y'all if it gets up to 216.5, then this structure is nullified. All right, you don't short this, you leave it alone because it didn't open where we wanted it to open for anybody who don't trade futures. All right, so hopefully y'all didn't get caught into that. This was just a mess. Will it fall tomorrow? Who knows? Maybe. All right, set alerts and wait for it to ring below 215. Now we're gonna do an update on. I'm gonna share with y'all what happened because I shared MS with you guys, banks, and I told y'all I was bearish on the banks, and I actually was. Let me go on here. Let's go to the Discord and share with you guys what I did. All right, so this is the Discord, and yesterday again, y'all know my style. I like to buy at the close, or at least within the closing minutes of the close. So 4 minutes before the market close, I bought puts on Bank of America because I was bearish on all banks. And what I wanted to see was I wanted to see Bank of America just flush down. But unfortunately, again, this is it right here, Bank of America. Let me go back to ThinkorSwim and show y'all what it did to me. So this is the games that I hate the most. Instead of showing me the move that I wanted to capitalize on out the gates, the stock plays games. So in the first 5 minutes, I'm already irritated and I'm already pissed. I know that I don't want to just panic sell right here because the Dow Jones have been beaten down and one has to catch up with the other. And my thought was the banks are going to catch up with the Dow Jones because the Dow Jones is more bearish. And it definitely did. I had to get rid of I got rid of it. I didn't capitalize off my puts. I actually broke even. I was pretty mad about that. Because again, this is 905 right here. Y'all can see 905. Let's go back to ThinkorSwim, and 905 is here. I wanted to see this continue lower and lower, and that right there really got me mad. That pissed me off. I thought we will see a break down below this low right here and finally get to 38. But when I saw it, I just broke even and I decided to look at other stuff because a lot of things were just falling and I felt like I was wasting my time with Bank of America. But little did I know, I forgot to set an alert below the pre-market low and I miss this, which is unfortunate. Again, I'm not perfect. I had the right idea. I didn't capitalize off of that move. I'm sure a lot of people in the Discord probably held throughout the whole thing and were very patient and made a lot of money on this drop. And congratulations if you did. All right. But as for me, I didn't make money on this. But instead, I've waited. I actually waited until like 1 p.m. And I was just waiting for the market to give me a structure that I could take a day trade on. And y'all know I love these structures. I love these bearish pennants. So at 1:14 p.m., the market provided a bearish pennant on Amazon. And I bought puts right there at the breakdown with the price target of 178. The structure was clean. I saw it 10 minutes earlier, but I wanted to really make sure that the stock committed down. And the way I made sure of that was by waiting for that 179.66 alert to ring. And when it ringed, I bought my puts. All right. And this was an easy game plan. Pretty much just sit here and wait. And wait for this thing to actually fall and behave well and fall. I held for about like almost 2 hours. I held until the sell-off really got aggressive, and I decided to sell half when it got really close to that green circle at the bottom. I thought the market was going to have a little bit of a rebound. This is 178.45, so I sold half, and yeah, this is where it ends right here. I'm swinging the other half. I'm still bearish on Amazon, if you must know. I have puts on Amazon, and I'm expecting the continuation down to about maybe 176 would be nice. Yeah, let's look at Amazon. So this is Amazon. Let me go over here. All right, so I sold half right here and then it bounced, right? And I'm looking right now after hours, it's looking very, very weak. And with the way the Nasdaq is looking, and also with the way this is looking, there's a gap at the bottom that needs to get filled. So a really rapid drop down there would be nice for me, I think. Watch Amazon for a drop down to 174. Hopefully tomorrow. The sooner it gets there, the better. All right. So that's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button as always. I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 10 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely click on that subscribe button and click on the notification bell. That way you don't miss out on these videos. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, along with the reason why I take the trades that I take to begin with, that way you learn along the way. You can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Paul Nguma and at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in Sunday night's video.